So first of all, I'd like to welcome all of you to day number 3 of the national level faculty development program. And today we're going to essentially speak about assessing students. All right. What are the tools for it? How do you prepare digitally? How do you go about doing things? So everything will be given to you step by step in a very methodical fashion. And you also will be able to do things all by yourself like every time. And plus, whatever tools I show you are going to be free, but some tools today are going to be a bit freemium. They're going to be half free and half paid because assessment tools are not easily available for free. But I've tried my best to research, get you the best information online, and plus serve you so that you are ready for this digital age right now. Right? Let's get started. So, some very important points to repeat one more time. That, I got a lot of requests yesterday for me to also touch upon, is there something that we can do for kids, for people who are at a lower age group from 4 to 8 years? Yes, I've also got something for them as well today, right? Now, my request is that I'm getting a lot of calls, a lot of emails, a lot of messages about certifications, all right? You will get the certificate, absolutely, but you need to give us 15 days, okay? Because we at least need 15 days because we got over 10,000 registrations, over 7,000 people are taking a test. It's humanly possible for us to give certificates, very, very quickly. So please, I would request for next 15 days, be patient, you know, um, don't write us an email on we want a certificate. We know that you want a certificate and we will give it across to you. Just 15 days. That's my request. So please bear that in mind. And everybody who's given the test will definitely get a certificate. That is 100% sure. Right? So don't worry about it at all. So now let's begin today's session. Let's understand that what are the major things that we need to figure out. So if you see, there are 3 important stakeholders and there are 3 important major hurdles that everybody faces. The first thing that we see today is that, once you've done your sessions, how do you start giving materials to students in a systematic fashion? Because that's again a very, very important step at the end of the day. Second step is basically how do you ensure that live teaching is more effective? So the day number 1, I told you how to give material to people by using talent LMS. In day number 2, yesterday I told you about how do you ensure live teaching is more effective so that you can actually get more and more people coming in. And day number 3, today we're going to see that how do you assess the progress of the student and how do you cross this hurdle so that students also feel that their grading systems are absolutely in place, their marks are being distributed, and everything can be done in a very automated fashion so that you do not have to do manual work, you do not have to do a lot of manual things around, right? I also discussed about this that, with everything going online, we also have to change the way we assess. Do you agree with me that if everything is online, the assessment also have to be online because now it's not physically possible for you to ask people to give a paper and they start writing paper and sending it across to you, right? So which is why online assessment is the future and it is no longer a necessity. So it's no longer an option. It is a necessity. We need to do this anyhow we want. All right. Now we see in today's time, if all the businesses are changing the model, like I discussed this with you in my first step, that all the companies, if they're changing the way they're running companies right now, like for example, if you see Swiggy, they started delivering groceries, doctors consulting online, Louis Vuitton making masks, Mahindra and Mahindra making hand sanitizers, Ford making ventilators. Why can't even us as teachers go online? Why can't even us as teachers start assessing online? I know some of you might be saying that I'm technologically challenged. I do not have the enough, adequate systems in my house. Can I do this? Can I not do this? How will I do it? I'm going to show you all the systems today which are web-based. That means they don't require a very high-end system. They don't require a supercomputer. If you have a basic computer at your home, if you got a basic things with you, you will still be able to do things all by yourself. Do you think that will be good? That if you really get to understand that how can you use say basic systems for yourself? Just give me 1 second, guys. Yeah. How can you start using say basic systems for yourself to start assessing about you? It'll be good. Give me a quick good on chat box in case it'll be good, right? Because that's what it is important, people. It's important for you to realize that it's not rocket science. Okay, every single thing can be done if you want to do it, right? So and plus your teachers, you teach other people how to do things. So which is why you're the most smartest, you're the most brilliant. Lot of the people currently over here, and if you can teach the people, why can't you also learn something new to upgrade yourself? That's what I have for you. So if you see today, don't see things as a change, because I know that a lot of time change can be difficult, change can be very taxing, change can be challenging, but look at it from a perspective of chance to improve yourselves, right? So it is not a change, it's actually a chance for you to become a better teacher than before, and most importantly become your own brand, so that tomorrow you start educating other people, you start telling other people about it, and then other people take inspiration from you, right? I'm sure that most of you are already doing that. By the way, how many of you guys over here, after the webinar is over, you share your notes with your other faculty members who couldn't attend the session? I'm sure most of you do that, right? You're telling them, okay, we learned this, we learned that, you should also be doing it, you should be doing it, right? It helps you to build your credibility within your organization to do that. Great. So today, okay, I'm going to tell you about assessments and how do you assess papers. I'm going to show you some very good practical tools, and some of you I'm going to show you a live demo of the same as well, which will actually help you how to do that. So first, let's understand that how do you assess things and what are the type of assessments. So the first assessment is what we call as formative assessments. So formative assessments are those where you normally give a project in hand, or you give some MCQs and people start doing things, people start discussing with the faculty. It's more like, mentor based learning, where there's a mentor given to every student, bunch of students, and then people keep on coming in, they keep on asking, and they keep on going back. That's what you keep on doing every single time, right? Next is called summative, which is more presentation based. So formative and summative assessments both can be done online. I'm going to show you exactly how do we do that. It's not rocket science. Like for example, if you notice, you already have been doing assessments in the last 2 days. Google Forms is one of the tools in which you can assess people. You can give automatic points. And you see points come automatically, scores come automatically. Everything is basically happening in a seamless fashion, correct? So you can also do that as well. Number three, the most important part, which I think online, which will actually work, if we are able to, it's my urge to all the teachers, all the faculties, and all the principals, if we can think about giving more project-based learning rather than a paper and pen-based learning. I'm not saying, sorry, excuse me, please. My bad. All right, yeah. So, if you can start doing project-based learning, because see, when the student goes into the practical world and when he's going live, the most important thing for him is to actually do things. And there's a pressure of meeting with shorter deadlines, meeting with very limited time and resource, and they're still able to do things. Now, if we start preparing them in the simulated environment right now, then why can't you do it ahead? Why can't you do it forward? They can actually do this forward as sorry, my bad. They can do it forward as well. And that should be the thing, my friends. It's all about, having, doing and group projects with them. And the last step, okay, is basically to check answer papers. Now obviously they can't basically have physical papers, like having a proper class test, having a proper unit test done, where we basically, give them a syllabus, we give them a paper. And how do you essentially come up with challenges of rotating papers? See, because in the online world things can get copied very fast, right? Things can get, people can refer internet, people can actually use their phones, correct? So how can we actually break this chain that students, we kind of, help them not to copy, number one. Number two is that they cannot find the answers in the internet. And number three is have an automated system for entire thing. Do you think these points are relevant and important to you? And do you think that these are the challenges that we all face as teachers? Correct? So I'm going to show you exactly how can you do that. How can you change question papers in real time? And everybody gets a different question paper on its own automatically, all automated. Do you think that will be wonderful for you? Type the word I on the chat box in case you want to learn the systems today with me and you want to actually figure out how to go about doing these things. It's exactly what I'm going to show you today, right? And the best part is these tools, I'm not saying completely free, they're freemium, half free and half paid. But the cost is very minimal. I'm going to work with 3 versions today, and I'm going to show you exactly how to do that. Now, let's understand that what are the challenges for teachers in assessing papers, number one. So the first biggest challenge is that if you see, most of us are very comfortable with the offline system. We still like paper and a pen. I still remember that time, when university went online with papers in the final year. It was a big havoc that year. And they were trying to call every single teacher who can come and check paper. And including me, like I was that time a faculty with a BMM college. And I also basically, I was teaching that time at Lala Lajpatrai College itself. And that's where I met Mr. Sundarajan sir. And I went to the university, and I was also trying to check papers, but it was also difficult for a digital person like me to do that. Imagine, initially it took me time to change myself from offline to online. That's one of the biggest challenges we all face. How many of you over here face this issue of going from offline to online? It was a big change for you. Type the word, you know, a change on the chat box. This was a big change for you, and it was very difficult for you at that point in time. Yep, it was a big thing for me as well. Second thing, you know, nowadays, if you really ask me, we have to try changing our question paper format. Like, if we have this single internal and external marks that we normally give, right? I think we need to focus more on the practical aspect of our teaching. So my request to all the principals, all the faculty members, and the entire teaching staff, the universities, whomever are watching this webinar, my request is to please, change the question paper formats. Put more emphasis on the practical exercise than basically your theoretical exercise. I know that theoretical can't go away. It's also one of the mediums to check. But because of the online environment, we do not know how long will this last. I hope this ends soon so that we can come back. But please, we need to form a system to change things. And today, I'm happy to contribute in some way or the other in helping you to change these systems. I'm going to show you exactly what do I propose and what I propose to the entire universities across India, internationally, worldwide, what is to be done. Next, okay, also students might copy because there's a high chance of copying in the online world, right? Because students are smarter than us, they know technology better than us. They might tell you I'm putting the phone down, but they can have a small phone on the side kept, and they might just start googling things and copying things. So how do we change those things over there? And last step is basically what we call is, sometimes we feel that we're technologically challenged, and is this thing really for us? So don't worry, it's for everybody, and I'm going to show you exactly how do we do all of those things step by step. Now, what are the advantages? Let's not look at challenges, and let's look at the advantage of online systems as well. Because the advantages are far more than the challenges of the online system. So one of the advantages is automatic grading. So today there are softwares in the market that can grade things on its own. They can grade things automatically all in a jiffy. Number two, okay, is basically, it is a one-time effort. That means I can set all my question bank, question papers, everything in one time, and I can keep on replicating them every single time in my online systems. So you don't have to really think every year what to put, what not to put. As in when you teach, you just put in the online system. When the time comes right, that is the time when you can start marketing and you can start giving it out to people as well. Number three is easy reporting. We don't have to make Excel sheets and Excel sheets of report cards and then check paper manually. It's ease of reporting. The reporting can happen in real time. The moment the kid finishes the test, he actually gets the grade on the spot, right? And most importantly, you can also use test assessments to make it interactive learning. And I'm going to show you exactly what do I mean by that, and what are the interactive ways that you can engage people as well, so that they feel test is more fun. It is not something which is just on the test for me, right? So we're going to see that as well. And next thing is, it can also help you to make your classes more engaging and more livelier than before, right? So you can do all of these things. That's the advantage of the online assessment. How many of you guys over here now feel that your perception has changed and you're ready to move into the online assessment mode? Type the word ready on the chat box if you're ready to move in the assessment mode online. And you think that, I'm ready to make this change, I'm ready to make this shift, and I really want to go to the next level, becoming a digital teacher myself, right? You want to see that, how do we do that? Now, what can you use in assessments, and what are different forms of assessment basically? Let's understand that. One of the biggest advantages, obviously, I told you about increasing engagement of the students. Second thing is, you can also make students, create tests by themselves. For example, sometimes when I take a class right now with my students, I tell them that do one thing. You come up with the best of the best question for the next exam, and I'm going to pick up one question from every student right now, and I'm going to make this as a part of the test. So what happens is, now when the student makes a test, he tries to make it as tough as possible, or as creative as possible, because he is a part of it, and he'll be amazed to see it. For example, have you heard of GARP, Global Assessment of Risk Practitioners? They give an example, FRM, Financial Risk Management. Okay, you won't believe, how does FRM curate one of the toughest papers in the history of FRM? they do not put the question paper. They don't put the question. They ask the question from all the FRM holders who have passed out. So FRM is a charter, just like a chartered accountancy. And what they do is they take the questions from the alumni base and they ask them, if you learn this subject, what are the kind of questions you think we should ask students or ask participants of FRM? Because ultimately FRM is a charter and is basically, it is linked towards getting a job in the market. So the existing students make the question and then they make a question paper out of that, which is extremely tough. And all the questions are MCQ based. If you see any international level gold standard certification, be it a CFA, be it an FRM, okay, they all are only formative or MCQ based questions. They never ask a subjective question. And the MCQ based questions are so tough that the person does not even basically get a time to, look or copy from somewhere. He has to focus on doing it. Same thing we can do. Imagine if every college does this, it will change the way the education industry actually works. Not only that, okay, you can also basically make the time shorter. So you should do, my suggestion is make the time very short so that student can't copy and they only focus on becoming the best, because when you challenge them, that is where they can actually elevate their level of teaching. Now, sometimes you might feel, oh, if you make the time less, will they be able to complete the paper? What if they miss some questions? What if it impact grades of my college? Let me ask you one question. I'm not sure if you guys are fan of cricket or not, but I'm sure most of you are fan of cricket because in India, cricket is a national sports. It's even better than hockey in India. When there were 50-50 over matches, that time, very rarely was a team who was scoring 300, right? When they made the format 2020, what happened? It actually changed things for the entire cricketing industry. Today, people 2020 more than a 50-50. And today, people in 2020 have not only made a score of 300, they've also made a score of 400 plus as well. So when you challenge the system, people will find a way to emerge as leaders. So I know sometimes you might feel, if I make the time too short, will the people be able to complete? Yes, he will be able to complete because he needs to be prepared more now than before. And he will be able to complete the test. Because if we don't challenge the systems won't change, right? And there are already some colleges, by the way, already doing this. They made the time so less and so precise that the person does not even get a time. If he starts copying from somewhere, he will not be able to finish his MCQ paper at all. So you should do that as a part of my suggestion. It's a suggestion. You can take it or discard it. All right. Next, you can also take post-class feedbacks. That means after the class is over, all right, take feedbacks with these tools because that will also help you to understand that where do you stand right now? What do basically people like and what do people dislike in a session? Then we can actually plan future and we can see, okay, you know what? If this part is not interesting, let me try to make my teaching interesting next time. And most importantly, you know, create study material online. So in case if you're basically wondering how to create study material, I'm not very good in PowerPoints. I've got a lot of suggestions for you today, which I'm going to show you today. How can you do something beyond PowerPoint as well? All right. But how many of you guys over here feel that these suggestions which I told you right now are valid and they will help you to at least they give you some direction on how do we go online? If you think they're valuable, type the word value or V on the chat box if you think they're valuable, right? Because I was pondering upon this the entire night and I was just thinking that how can we do things? How can we do things? And that is where, we put the suggestions together after brainstorming, among ourselves, saying that, okay, this is the most valid point that we should put across, right? Okay. So now let us start with some tools and I'm going to show you exactly that how do we go about doing things. The first tool I have for you today is what we call as Socrative. Now what does Socrative do? Okay, let me explain it. Let me show you practically about this tool called Socrative. So first we'll just go to our systems. Let me just do this. Just give me a moment. Let me just get my things up. So what Socrative does, let me just give you a brief till time the tool opens. Socrative is a real-time quizzing test in the class. Okay, so I can actually make interactive quizzes, and the people can actually then put questions. So this is a multiple choice-based question, and we get the result on the spot. We get the gradings on the spot, and it's all real time. That's the best part, is real time. So students can actually see things on the spot there and there itself. Okay, so I'm just going to show this tool. It's a very interesting tool, and it is super fun for for most of you will love this platform. Where you can actually start grading people and you can start doing things on their own. Just give me one moment, guys, because my browser is full of tabs opened up, so it's taking a bit of time. Just bear with me for a moment. Just bear with me for a moment. Okay, so now we are back. So Socrates, basically, you can make multiple quizzes out here. You can make what we call is something known as question answers. You can make something known as true and false answers. So these are all these are all have to be choice based questions. And then you can use this to play competition among your classes. You can use this to play quizzes among your classes. And the best part is we can also randomize the questions. We can randomize a lot of things out here, so that the same stuff or the same questions don't get repeated and students don't keep on passing the answers to other faculties or other students by themselves, right? So we can also look at that as well. Just give me a moment, guys. My system is a bit hanged, so just give me 1 minute. So this is a very interesting tool. By the way, has anybody used Socrates before this? Give me a yes in case you have used something before this as well. Not really. Okay, I see a lot of no's coming in then. Let me show you how does it practically work. Okay. Okay. Let me do one thing. Since I'm not able to get my system on, just give me few minutes. I'll just be back. So sorry for this. Just give me 1 minute, guys. So in the meanwhile, what you can probably do is you can actually go to Socrates.com and you can just, at least make an account over there. All right. Because that is how you'll be able to see the tool. You'll also be able to see things, over there itself. This never happens though. All right. But yeah, but then it's a pretty fantastic tool. So let me just give you a brief in the meanwhile, by the time the system boots up. All right. So Socrative essentially, does, if you've seen Kahoot, if you've seen multiple choice questions, so you have to just make what we call as a multiple choice questions out there. And moment you basically start doing that, okay, what it does is you need to kind of make your own you have to just make your own account out here and then start using multiple choice questions. Then we can start inviting people via a link. So you can see right now my Socrative is opening up. Okay, Socrative.com. It's basically getting booted out here, and we are starting Socrative.com right now. And in this particular tool, if the account is free, it's freemium, half free and half paid. If you're using a paid version, you basically get more features. You get additional features over here, such as you can keep on having multiple rooms. So today, let's take, if you're a teacher and you want to make multiple classrooms, you can do that. So let me kind of doing a lot of free webinars as well. So when you log in, there are two logins over here: student login and teacher login. First thing what you'll do is you'll actually go to teacher login. Now, when you guys participate in this quiz, I'm going to make a real-time quiz in front of you right now. And when you guys participate in the quiz, you need to log in as a student. And I'll give you a link. I'll give you basically a meeting ID. You have to put that meeting ID to join the meeting. And then you can basically start playing the quiz with me. And I'm going to show you in real time how does it really work. It's a fantastic tool. It can also be used for engaging your students in real time as well. Let me show this to you. So first you go to Socrative.com. Let's take, I want to first prepare a quiz. So first step in Socrative is to prepare the quiz. Write the word quiz in the chat box and you'll got this right. The first step, login. Second step is prepare the quiz. Okay. Now first you click on the quiz over here. So I'm going to make a small quiz. How do we add a quiz? Click on add a quiz, create new. We can actually create new quizzes out here. So I can just give a name. So let's take, I put the name of say digital marketing. And then I want to put a question out here. So let's take, for example, I put something like a first question, multiple choice questions, and I give a name to this. So for example, I say, which is the best tool for live sessions? Then I give a name to this. I say Zoom, Livestorm, Google Meet, all of the above. Now, what we can do is we can tick mark the right answer. So minimum 2 options are compulsory, and you can have more than 2 as well if you want, and you tick on. And suppose you want to give any explanation. So let's take, for example, if you're doing with small kids, even small kids will love this. So people from a lower grade, and be teaching a lower grade out here, give me a quick eye on the chat box. If you're teaching kids between the age of say 4 years to 8 years or 8 years to 12 years, anybody, right? So you can do that as well. So then you can just put the quiz over here and you can just come and save the question. Now I can put one more question as well over here. So I can just come down and I can put one more multiple choice question. And I can put a second question, something as, which is the best engagement tool for students while the class is on. Then I give something like Socrative, Google Sheets, Zoom poll. Let's not put Zoom poll over here. Let's put something like Google Classroom. Okay. And let's take a tick mark the right answer and I just click on save. And then I can basically put one more true and false. So I can say, can you run YouTube live? Say you can run YouTube live from Zoom in the free version. Okay, but what do you think? Is true or false? Let me hear the answer first of all. Can you run a YouTube live from the free version of Zoom? True or false? It's false, correct? It's in the paid version. It's not in the free version. All right. So let's take a put the 3 questions out here. Okay, and then I simply put my answers and I go back to launch. Now, you see a small link out here, JBSCBWW. Okay, this is a meeting ID link. This is where you have to join the quiz by. So when I launch the quiz, what you will need to do is you will also need to go to Socrative.com. So people from the phone can also do that. People who are on the phone, I would recommend you see the session on desktop and look at your phone in case you're using a desktop. And people, if you're on the phone, or YouTube, you can actually do this on a separate browser or have somebody else's phone. In case you want to see real time, how does it really work? So click on login, click on student login. Okay, and when the student login, you just have to enter the meeting room number. Okay, so you see room name. So room name is given over here, JBSEBWW. So I'll just put in the chat box for all of you. JBSEBWW is basically the room number. So I want all of you right now, when I launch the quiz, right now, I want all of you to go to this room called JBSEBWW. So I'll just do my teacher login. I have to let you launch the quiz. So you just be prepared. Go to socrative.com. Put the room number which I've given you right now. Okay. The room number is JBSEBWW. Okay, I'll just put in the slide as well for you guys. So go to quiz. Confirm this. Now see. So how do you log on to the quiz? Click on quiz. Click on yes. And you select the quiz. So for example, I just made a quiz on digital marketing. I'm going to say next. And I'm going to say, for example, instant feedback. Let me just make it, open navigation. That means basically anybody can come over here and they can do that. Or let me just do instant feedback so I can show you question feedback on the spot and you can get the answers also on the spot. Suppose if I want to shuffle the answers, I can shuffle the questions, shuffle the answer as well, and show the final score as well. So when you log in, now you will not get the question same order. Some of you will get question 1, some of you will get question 2, some of you will get question 3. Alright? When I start the quiz, look what happens right now. This is the class progress. Okay. Now let's take for example I log in from my so you can see all these people are over here, Afreen, Aditi, Archana, Ashu. You start getting questions right now. And then you have to keep on giving the answers to this question. For example, we can see over here Rajesh has given the answer as false. Okay, so everybody, the question is already live right now. Just click on the answers. The quiz must have come on your screen. I'll give you a moment. Click on the answers and you can actually see, you can see your scores in real time right now. So we can see Amit, we can see Ashu, we can see Himanshu, Jamila, Hiral, okay, Jasmita, Jatinder, okay, Kalpesh, Kiran, Krunal, Panchal, Lakshmi, Leju, Leona. So see everything different questions. Some people question number 3, some people question number 1, some people question number 2. And probably in a minute, if I want to close the quiz, I can just click on finish. So everybody is just trying to like do things immediately, and they're trying to race it, and you can see who's going to come fast, right? That's what Socrative does. It's very engaging, very lively, and one of the most amazing tools that I have seen so far. For playing live quizzes in the class. So this is what you can do when you're doing a live session. Teach them a module, go to Socrative, make a quiz, give them the room number and tell them that, hey, now let's play a quiz. Let's come over, let's do that. And then people start playing quizzes and we get to know the scores in real time. And then they also get a marks. Okay, we also understand what the marks is and they get a score, they get a report card. We can print the report card and we can judge people's assessment basis this. So if you see whatever is in the red is the wrong answer, whatever is in the green is the right answer. Let us see who reaches 100% first. So you see Akash number 2 questions, Abhijit number 2 questions, Akanksha number 2 questions, Anjali number 2 questions, Archana number 2 questions, Bhumika and Beena has also done me 2 questions. So did you guys love this? Give me a quick, love it in the chat box if you love this tool. It's a very interesting tool, very lively. Yes, you can save the report as well. You can do that, and it's quite amazing, right? So and results will keep on popping in. I can just go back and I can just see things again. It's very interesting. It's a very interesting tool, and you should use Socrates in case you are keen on having a live session with your students coming over here and doing things over here. So that is the advantage of using this tool, and it also puts all the names in a chronological order. Okay, that is the biggest advantage of this thing. And when I go to reports, I can also get the report of the classroom. So in the report, I can just get the report over here. Let's take so once I finish let me finish the quiz. So once I finish the quiz, I can also get the report card of everybody, and I can see the report card in Excel sheet and all that stuff, and I can do whatever it is. In the paid version, the advantage is that we can have multiple rooms. Like this is just one room of ours, so we can create multiple quiz, and we can actually have multiple quizzes with everybody in the same time, and then people can actually start doing that as well. Okay, pretty useful, people. Yep. Okay. Now the second version of this game is what we call a space rocket. Now what is space rocket? Space rocket is very interesting. Okay, so I'm going to just launch one more quiz with all of you. The room name still remains the same. Okay, in the space rocket, what happens is people actually, they work in teams. I can also have a countdown as well. Countdown in the pro version. I found I can shuffle the questions. I can show question feedback. I can also basically shuffle the answers and show the final score. So people get 3 questions among themselves. Okay, I can just say the number of teams can be 20. So basically what happens is people keep on coming in, they'll keep on auto assigning to a different team. And then people work in team for the same questions. Then there's a rocket bar, which basically happens over here. Okay. So now you can see there are these different teams, blue, magenta, lime. So when you guys come in, you'll basically you'll be part of different teams, all of you together. And then moment everybody starts giving answers and everybody gives the right answer, the rocket will be progressing. Like we see magenta team came first, the teal team came second, orange team came third, red team came fourth. Okay. And gold team, dim gray, sienna, and blue. So we can just run results. So it's very fun. Kids just love it, because they want all the teams to win first, and I think all the teams are coming and they finish the finish line. That's how it is. Pretty simple, pretty amazing, and quite resourceful for having competition within classes, which you can do. Okay. So, did you guys love this tool first of all? Do you think that your kids will love this? It can be done for anybody. Maybe people like you can see even teachers are having fun. So students will definitely have more fun over here, right? So Socrates is a tool named people use it. One of the best tools for engaging people while they're in the class. All right. Okay. Let me show you the next tool. The next tool basically is called Kahoot. 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 Kahoot is one of the best tools I've ever seen in my life till date. At Nostrom Academy, we only use Kahoot, for actually playing quizzes. So at the end of every lesson that we play, we actually give a Kahoot to them. So in Kahoot, what typically happens is we can have question answers. Everybody gets 20 seconds, and it's like fastest finger first. The one who answers the fastest, and the one who basically answers the most correct answer the most number of times, okay, they will be the winner. They can basically do that. So how do you do is you just first of all come to kahoot.com, you make a login. Like we have a premium account of Kahoot, we having a paid version of Kahoot, but free version is also good enough. When you're choosing a free version, remember, do not select business. If you select business, you can only make 4 questions. If you select teacher, for teachers they've got special privileges where you can actually make more than 10 questions. All right, let me explain to you how this TM really works. It's very simple. First, you come to kahoot.com, you make an account, and currently Kahoot is giving the premium version for free to all the college faculties and teaching staff. In case, sorry friends, my bad. Sorry, so sorry for this. Okay, so basically, so what I was telling you is that first you go to kahoot.com, you make an account on Kahoot. Once you make an account on Kahoot, you'll be you're getting so every teacher will get a free premium version on Kahoot. And I'm going to explain to you now how do we do this. How do we play Kahoot with people? It's very easy. So once you make an account, click on create. And they have multiple things in teaching with slides, for formative assessments, practice spelling practice, student selfie Kahoot, get to know the teacher. Okay, there are templates available. We're going to say new Kahoot right now. So first things first, we need to enter the subject name or what we are going to teach. So let's take for example, I'm teaching people. Let me just put FDP for teachers. Then give a small description. This quiz is a part of 3 days FTP organized by Lala Lajpatrai of Commerce and Economics, Mumbai University, and Nordstrom Academy. Right, as I put this over here, I put my name as English, branding off, visibility to everybody, and some music as a background. Click on done. Now we'll see just typing. Now first we'll put a question. So I'm going to say, which is the best tool for live streaming? You're going to give a name over here. So we're going to say it's Zoom, Livestorm, Google Meet, GoToMeeting. In this, I will choose this is the right answer. So for me, the answer should be Zoom, because I think Zoom is the best. It's very stable. Even if 1,000, 2,000 people doesn't really matter. Then you add a question. Again, let's say I can give a question which is true and false. So what I can do over here is I can basically say, is talent LMS, or is it talent LMS is a paid tool? True or false? What is the answer? It is false. Okay, where basically what talent LMS is absolutely free. It's not paid. All right. Then let's put a next question over here. Let's take for example, I want to conduct what we call as a, you know, I want to get the answers in the correct order. So let's take, I'm showing you different types of things over here. So I'm going to say, what is the process of building an online college? So I'm going to say something like say the answer number one will be, student briefing, then teacher training, then student onboarding, the last is uploading your lessons. So you need to basically just, drag and drop, and you need to make them in the correct order, right? Let me just put one last question. Best tool to gamify the classroom. So it can be Kahoot, it can be Zoom, it can be Livestorm, or none. So we just say Kahoot, and we'll just take one more question, which is a word cloud. So what do you feel? Tell us, how do you like the 3-day FDP in one word? All right. So we just made a question. We just click on done. Now this is how you make the question. So remember, the first step in Kahoot is make an account, then make the question. Are we clear with this so far? Give me a quick clear on the chat. Person is very clear with this till now. Is he making question easy? The main question very easy. It's not that difficult. All right. So now, let us play the quiz. Are you ready to play the quiz with me? Type the word ready. All right. So let us get started. So we just click over here. And we just, these are the questions over here, which we will click on play. And this is for virtual classrooms or for self-paced learning. So we're going to say virtual classrooms. Now, all of you, now this can only be done by people on desktop. People cannot usually use this on a, if you're on a mobile phone, you probably won't be able to play this. And let me kind of show how this really works. So you need to go to this website called kahoot.it. So everybody just go right now to kahoot.it on your phones. Go to kahoot.it on your phones. It will ask you to put a game pin. You put a game pin and you just put your name. Put your name, so your name will start coming over here. So go to kahoot.it and put a name. So you can see Deepak joined in, Ashish, Rubina, Sindhu, Siva, Priyanka, Bhagya. We can see many people. In the free version, it's limited to 100 people only. I'm not sure in the paid version how many people can join in. Let us see how many people can join in over here. Okay, I'll open this for a minute. And after this code, we'll have a short 5-minute break. This is going to be fun. Because why? We got like, this is the largest crowd ever, I think Kahoot must have ever seen in the life. Right? And even I have seen, okay, in my life, the largest amount of teacher gathering. I think, I think it becomes some records over here, everybody, because this might be the largest gathering of teachers online worldwide. So I think all of us are making history together. I've never seen so many players in Kahoot in my life. Trust me. All right. So this is how you invite people. Okay. I will just, the moment the clock hits 12:04, I will straight away start the quiz. Okay. Because we can't really wait for everybody to join in. When it starts heading 12:04, we'll start the quiz. All right. So last 1 minute. Let's start the quiz. So start the quiz right now. There are 800 teachers participating live over here. The questions will come on the screen. So look at the questions over here and then look at the answers on your phone. Talent LMS is a paid tool. The first question. Select the right answer in your phone right now. True or false. So if you select right design on your phone, your phone might not have this. Click the design, okay? Whatever it is. 20 seconds only for tick marking the right answer. You have to be quick. The one who is the fastest and who can give the right answer gets the marks. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and it is done. So we got approximately 300 plus responses. It's false. It's not true, my friends. You're 50-50. I'm surprised to know this. You already had the answers with you. All right. So Joyous was the first one. Manikandan, Swati, Rosh, and Surada. All right. Are you ready for the second question? Let's go second question, my friend. Second question over here is, it's a puzzle. What is the process of building an online school? So if we just, arrange the things in the right order, teacher training, student onboarding, uploading lesson, and student briefing. So arrange things in the right order. Because the two people already submitted. You get some more time for this one. You get about a minute because this might be a bit complicated. 20 seconds left, people. Do it quickly, fast. 10 seconds left. Okay, it's done. So let us see how many people got it right. So if only 12% people got it right, the correct order is student briefing, teacher training, student onboarding, and uploading lessons. Okay, not bad. Let's see who's still the first one. We can see Minu, Adi, Sanmeet, Santu, and Pakku. All right, you guys got the first 5 answers right. Okay, which is the best tool for live streaming? Quickly tick mark the answers. Go to meeting, live stream, Zoom, or go to meeting. The orders are shuffled, my friends. Orders are not the same, right? That's what the fun of the quiz is. You know, even if you tell the answers, the orders are all shuffled. People can't copy it. 6 seconds left. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And I think it's done. All right. The right answer is Zoom. 280 people got it right. Some people just thought the first answer is the right one. So they were smart enough to just click the first one, but that's not the right answer, right? This is where technology comes in. All right. But most people got it right. So we got Minu, Pakku, Santu, Lin, and Sumit as top 5. Okay. Fourth question. Tell us, how do you like the 3D FBP in one word? So just type the word. It's open and saying type one word, and there'll be a word cloud coming over here. Just type your answers. Okay. That is how you can make your classes interactive. Just the way I'm doing it right now, making it interactive for everybody. If I can address a crowd of 5,000 plus people, you can do it too. All right, let's see the word cloud right now. There are a lot of people typing many things. This is the word cloud. Let us see what people are typing. People are saying awesome, Zoom, excellent, great, amazing, nice, fantastic. We got awesome, exciting, interesting, right? Super, wow, wonderful, amazing. So you can see this is how you can actually make it more fun. You know, you can tell them, you can ask people to type the right answer. People start typing the right answers in one word. Let's say which is a theorem in which is a very famous mathematics theorem. Pythagoras. When type Pythagoras and everything starts coming over here. That's what you can do. Right? Let's say if you're doing a branding session, you can say, tell us the brand that you love the most, and you can figure out what is the most loved brand. So you can actually use it for open-ended answers over here. Right? Let's go to the next two. Let's go to the last question for the day. Best tool to gamify in the classroom. Okay. So it is Livestorm, None, Zoom, or Kahoot. Take my the right answer. This is the last question for the day. All right. So the right answer is Kahoot. Most of you got this right. Absolutely correct. Let's see now who the winner is. So this is the winner. I'm going to virtually clap for the teachers. In the third position, we got An. We got 5 out of 5. We got Santu. And we got Minu. If there's a chat box right now, just congratulate 3 of them. Okay, they're very awesome, very quick. All 3 have got them 5 out of 5. Right? So probably you can do that. So did you guys enjoy this? Did you guys have fun? Do you think assessment is fun? You type the word fun on the chat box. All right. Okay. So we will now give you 5-minute break. It's 12:10 right now. We come back at 12:15. YouTube, you might see a bit of lag. So probably you also come at 12:15. Okay. So please, both of people, all the people over here, come back at 12:15. Don't leave the meeting. If you leave, you can't be able to join back because you only have 1,000 capacity in Zoom meeting. Right. 5 minutes. Have a sip of water. Take a notepad. Come back, and you can do that. All right. 12:15 will be back. Thank you. on a 5-minute break, Prabhu, Dr. Aditya. Okay, so just wait. We're on a 5-minute break right now. We come back in about 12:15. Oh, yeah, we just 12:15 and we'll just be back. Just give me one moment. People, we are back. Okay, now I just want to take this moment for a while, for just 1 minute, everybody. We sent you a link currently on the chat. Okay, let me also put this link on the screen as well for people who are currently on YouTube. Okay, I wanted to take a moment and I wanted to basically just give us a quick review. Okay, on our Google review pages, and also just go to our Facebook page, Nordstrom Academy, and give us a quick review over there on what do you feel about a session. Okay, we just for about, I think, 4 minutes more. Let's start back at 12:20 because some teachers are still requesting they want 5 minutes more. It was too short for them. So let us just give them more break for about 4 minutes. In the meanwhile, review us on Google and Facebook. All right, you can just go to this link over here on Google. So just search for Nordstrom Academy, and also on Facebook, just go to Nordstrom Academy. And if you're on YouTube, my request is to please, give us, subscribe to our channel because a lot of videos, everything will come over there. Subscribe to our channel as well so that, things can become easier for you if you want to follow things up. To leave us a review, it'll be good for us because then we'll be able to also, uh, get the feedback out and give it to everybody else as well. We'll wait for a few more minutes, then we'll. Okay, let's start then. So now, I got a next amazing tool for all of you, which will help you to, engage people live while you're teaching. Okay, this tool is basically what we call as class marker. Now, people who want to give tests to people, you want to give a test, you want to give marking systems to people. This is an amazing tool for that. It is a one-stop shop for all the assessments, but this tool is not completely free. It's half free and half paid. Let me show this tool to you. It's a quite amazing tool. So for this, you need to go to this thing called as classmarker.com. First, log into class marker. So you need to first make an account over here, like an account. So making an account is quite easy. Just go out there and make an account. Once you make an account, just log into class marker. And once you've done that, what you can do is you can start giving a test out here. So how do you give a test? So first, how do you make a test? Let's understand that. So if you make a test, and after you make the test, you will be able to actually, import students. This is like a more like a LMS also, where you have to import the students manually in the free version. In the paid version, we can just give a link, and people can click on the link and they can start giving the test on the spot. Let's first understand that how do you basically start, making your test. So I can click on the test button out here. The first step is make an account. Once you come over here, click on test. So when you click on test, you actually create a new test over here. So I'm just going to give a new test, testing the different subjects. I can make different subjects at the same time. Let's take up something like digital marketing out here. Let me just put FDP, digital teachers. To start adding questions. Now, one of the best tools about this thing is that, as I told you, sometimes the biggest problem for us can be something like, should we give a question, which is some questions should be fixed, some questions should be randomly assigned to people. So you can do that in this. So you can see there are two options out here. Let me zoom in for all of you. Fixed questions and random questions. The fixed questions is when I put any questions out here, they are basically fixed. That means this question will 100% come in the test. It can be any order. Okay. But if I do random questions is I can basically they can get the questions anyhow. So let us first do fixed questions. So we just say add this question to the test question bank. And over here when we come, we can say this is multiple choice question. So I can give a question out here where I can say something like, say for example, what is the first step in online school management? We say student training. We put teacher training. Then we put principal onboarding. Then we basically put something else. So let's take, for example, the right answer is student training. We tick mark this and we can give a grade to this. So we can give a feedback. We can give a grade. We can say it's 1 point, 2 point, 3 point, whatever it is. I just see 1 point. So you need to click on questions and you can do that. Now suppose you want to randomize it, you can randomize the answer as well. So everybody gets different options. Suppose people say answer number 3 and answer number 1 is right, they won't be able to do that. It'll randomize the answers on its own. Okay. And then you can say radio button. Radio button means they can only select it once. Click on save. Now, suppose I want to give a new question. I can click on match the columns. I can also give match the column out here. So I can say, match the column below. And I give them the first clues. Let's take, for example, I say live streaming tool. The answer is Zoom. I say LMS. The answer can be talent LMS. I say class engagement. And the answer can be Kahoot. Let's say I put this. I come down. Again, I give a point. Let's say I give 1 point over here. I say shuffle matches only or shuffle clues and matches both. And then I get grading. Okay. Suppose I want to give a deduction. I can give a deduction as well. If I don't want, I don't do it. Click on save. So you can keep on making questions like this. And currently I put all fixed questions. I not put any free questions. Suppose if you want to have a free text question, like you want to take a subjective question answer, people can type the answers. So you can say, how do you please list down the process of online school management in detail. Okay, so I do that. So for example, if I keep it, let's say I want to keep something mandatory. So I say student onboarding. So whenever somebody uses this line, they'll get a point. When somebody uses some other line, they won't be getting this points. So it will basically automatically figure out the keywords, and basis the keyword it will give a grade to people. So if these keywords are mentioned in their answers, it will give a grade. If the keywords are not mentioned, it won't give a grade to them. Let's take the points can be 3 points for this one. Okay, let's keep it just 2 points right now. And I click on save. This is the first step. First of all, we fill a question bank. So I just randomly filled a question bank which was fixed. Okay. Are we clear on this so far? Give me a quick yes in case you're very, very clear with this. That how do you put a question bank together? Right? Fantastic. Now, let's say I want to give some random questions. I can also give some random questions as well. Now, random questions will not be there every single time. It will basically be only assigned to people randomly at times. So it's only a paid feature. It's not in the free version. So I can't really use this in the free version of mine. But if you take a paid version, you can do that. Right? Now, this is the first step. Now, once you've done this, you click on say assign and select settings. Now you have to give a setting to this test. So let's take give a test bound. So let's take for example, I say we have to assign it to a group. So group is basically where I have to first get the students onboarded. Only when I get the student onboarded, they will be actually given the test. So I'll show you how to do that. Currently I have a student onboarded in my system right now. So I'll just show you how to do that as well. How do you upload student list? And then after you've done the student uploading, it will ask you, that how many attempts are allowed. So let's take once a person fails, how many attempts he can give. Is there any introduction to the test? Suppose you want to give some guidelines. For example, we'll allow you to save and finish later. We're not allowed to go back. Has a time limit. He must pass 70%. So you can give limitations like this to people. So only if you get a certain percentage, you pass. If you don't get the percentage, you don't pass. Okay. The time limit for this one, say for example, can be at least say 2 minutes. Can they resume the test later? No, they can't. Display, it can be one question at a time, or it can be all 3 questions together or 4 questions together. That's completely your choice. Then I can also say randomize. Yes, the questions will be randomly given. Answers are mandatory. They can, but they can thing is, they can go back during the test, and they can also allow browser spell checking as well. Now, suppose the scores will be in percentage format or points format, your choice. Suppose if you want to reveal the questions, you can also reveal the correct answers as well. But I don't want to do that right now. And suppose if you want to give a certificate in the paid version, you can give a certificate as well. And you can then if you want an email coming to you, email coming to the opposite person, that can happen in the paid version. And suppose you want the printing, okay. Suppose highlighting and copy text, okay. If that's not allowed, so when they're in the test, they can't highlight, they can't copy, they can't paste it. They can't do anything in the test. That's the best part. Suppose if the person just copies the answer from somewhere, pasted over here, he cannot do that at all. Click on assign. Now, once you assign the test, the best thing is that the student can go and he can give the test on its own. That's how it normally done. Okay. Now let us say how do we onboard the student first of all, and how do we get the student onboarded over here. So if you go to the single groups, so in the free version, you have to make a group of students. You have to manually keep on putting students out here. How do you do that? Let me just explain this to you. So let's take, you can click on new group, and you give a group name. For example, I say group name can be something like FDP test. I say create group. And then there's a certain format that they've given. In that format only we have to assign the students. So you can add a member. Okay. And you can say, the group, so you have to register them manually in the free version. In the paid version, they can do self-registration. But that's not allowed right now because we are using the free version at this point in time. So over here, the format is you have to put the name, comma, surname, comma, email ID. So let's take if I put Roshni Tarani Roshni at gmail.com. Then I put Harish Motwani, and I put a Hitesh @Skillopedia. I just put comma Hitesh @skillopediagroup.com. So you just need to do this. You need to remember, you need to do this thing. Name, comma, first name, comma, last name, comma, email. This is the format in which you have to put things over here. So you can just take an Excel sheet, you can just copy paste it over here as well. And suppose if you want to give a password, you can give a password. Let's say password is FDP. Okay, you can do that. And suppose if there are new members, you want to send them login details, you can do that. Yes, send login details to the new members. Okay, and then this will be an email which will go to them. And you can suppose you want to send it at a particular time. Only at that time the login details will be sent. If you don't want to send immediately, just leave it blank. And I have to put my ID password of my account. So I'll just put my account password. You can register new user. Let me just repeat one more time for you. First step was to make the test. Second step is to import the students. So you come to groups, click on add a member, come and give the name, last name, email, first name, last name, email. Okay. You come down over here and click on register new users. Moment you do this, moment you register the new users, an email will go to them on automatically. Okay. And it will actually happen. Let me just show this to you now. So I go to my Gmail. Let us see if the email came to us or not. I've just paused my screen for a moment. Let me open my inbox and let me then open my screen share. Okay. Just give me one moment. It's just loading in. So you can take your subjective questions, format, your MCQ questions, everything at one go. That's the best part about this tool. Second thing is, now let's take if the question is subjective. That means they basically start typing things. The marks of those questions would not be given to them on the spot. The question will come to you and you have to correct it in the back end and then assign the marks to them. So only after you correct it, they will be able to, get the full marks. But yeah, they will get the half marks for whatever MCQ based questions that they have seen over here. They will actually get that. So let me just go to this, go to one of my email address to show you how does an email look if the email comes to you. And then after the email, how does the student give the test? Let me show that to you as well. So you can see over here, this is how the email looks like. I'll just open my screen share. You log in details for classmaker. Hi Harish, your classmaker.com, user ID, password. So they give us the ID password right now. So I just need to copy the password. As a student, I will open class marker and whoever is the admin, their email ID will be given over here. So if there are any problems, they'll say go to the email ID and write to them. So we go to this classmarker.com. We put our ID, put our password, press login. And this is the class test. FD for digital teachers. I say start. So you can see over here, it says number of questions, time allotted, number of attempts, must finish in one setting. You cannot save this later. Question display will be 3. Let's start the test. So student can take the test as per his own time. There is also a lot of time limit to the test as well if you want. So what is the first step? You can see the timer has started for 2 minutes. What is the first step on school management? Student training. Match the column. Class engagement tool is what? Kahoot. LMS tool is what? Zoom. Live streaming tool is what? Sorry. This is Zoom. This is Talent LMS. Let's take if I click the wrong answer. Let me just click the wrong answer right now. Okay. Let me just do that. So I just did that. And I'll say, so suppose I say over here something like student training is a must. I click on finish now. To finish my test, I say confirm. I finish the test and I get 25%. Why? is because my one question was only right. The rest two questions are actually wrong. Now, as a faculty, again, what I can do is I can go back. I go back to class marker. So don't worry, you will get the recording of this session, okay? So that you can go through it again and you can actually start doing the practice again. So practice class marker, guys, is one of the best tools that you can ever use for yourself. I go to my dashboard and then let me go to FDB for digital teachers and let me go to results. Because you want to actually see the results at how many people gave the test, what is the answer like. You can see all that stuff over here. So you can see we got 25%. I click on the answers, the faculty can see the answers for them. So this answer was right, this answer was wrong. Okay. And so this is the, I just wrote student training is a must and the question was student onboarding. So I selected the wrong thing, which is why, I did not get the marks. If I selected the exact answer, I would have got the marks for this one as well. So like this, you can actually figure out about the tests and you can actually start giving people the entire thing. Did you guys love this tool? Yeah. So you can actually do that. So you can actually simply do things step by step over here. This will require the practice, but if you give the practice, I'm sure that you will actually get through this, right? Yes, it is a bit complicated, but then once you see everything is complicated at the start. Once you start doing things, it will become easy for you automatically. So you have to basically practice. Practice is the only thing that can make you perfect. So you need to use this class marker for giving your final exams. Suppose you want to give a final exam for yourself, you want to start assessing people's paper, you can actually do that as well, right? So this is how you can actually start engaging with people. You start doing things step by step for teachers. Are we clear with this? Give me a quick yes. All right. All right. So now let me go forward. Let me now probably tell you some things that how can you start engaging your students while you're in the class. Okay. You can also use Google Forms. I'm sure that all of you know how to use Google Forms better than me. We've used it multiple times. So like what normally we do is we put our sessions, we put our quiz on Google Forms, right? That's what we do at Nostrum Academy and Lala Lajpatrai College of Commerce and Economics, FDP. Okay, where you can see that at the end of every session when we do a FDP day 3 test, that will also happen on Google Forms itself. So now some things to keep in mind when teaching online. See, teaching online, your time limit, for example, the offline class was for 2 hours. Your online class will only be for 1 hour. 50% of your time gets reduced when you actually do live training on online. Have you noticed this? The same portion offline can get covered very fast over here in the online sessions, right? You can do that, correct? Now, I got one question about the class market test. And what about subjects like counting and all? So in that case, you need to start giving small sums to people and probably ask them to upload a picture. It has in the paid version, they can do that. And then you have to manually give them marks. So that is not basically, that's also possible, but only in the paid version, not in the free version. All right. So teaching is faster online as compared to offline. So which is why the number of, suppose the session duration is for 2 hours. Online, you should keep only for 1 hour, because students capacity also beyond 1 hour becomes they start feeling a bit bored. Number two, okay, you need to also keep engaging students like the way I do, keep on yes, this, that, you should do that. Number three, you need to channelize their energies, which is I use Kahoot, use Socrates to channelize people's energy. Okay. Third is basically you need to be more smart than the student. which is why you are basically currently learning these tools. Because ultimately, when you start becoming more smart than students, things will actually change for them. To do that, you need to be more smarter than the end students over here. Now, all these versions will work on a cell phone also, which I just told you. They just don't work on desktop. They work on cell phones as well. So maybe it's a phone, maybe it's a laptop. Because they are web-based tools, it can work from anywhere. Now, some more points about engagement of students. Okay, is that you ultimately need to start helping them, doing this. Now, how do you start engaging students and how do you start building a college environment? Let me speak about that. So if you want to build a sustainable environment in your college, what you can do is, while you're taking your live classes, you can ask them to present one chapter in the class. So just tell them that, hey, present one chapter in the class, and tell every student to present one chapter in every time. So what happens is students also start taking interest, they also start learning, and most importantly, your time gets saved in training them. Number two, when you start a session, don't just straight away start teaching. Ask for their well-being. Ask, are they doing fine? Have some informal talks with them, because that will start helping you to build a rapport. Okay. Then you can also use this tool called Nearpod, which is also a great tool for real-time responses, or Socrates, either of the same, or even Kahoot, to kind of get people to engage with you. Also, nowadays I've seen a lot of colleges have become so innovative, like Jain College. Anybody from Jain out here, type the word I on the chat box. If anybody from Jain right now, Jain, Amity, or Pearl Academy, anybody? In case you want, just type the word me or I on the chat box. So I've seen that you guys are doing inter-college festivals, doing college festivals, correct? So that's very good. That's very, very good. I mean, I love the idea that you guys came up with, right? We should not give a special mention to these colleges, because students are organizing inter-collegiate festivals completely online. Like last week itself, Pearl Academy, what they did is they got all the students, people are talented in guitar, singing, poetry, and they had a small informal session where, one student came on board, he was singing poetry and they were listening online. It is a fun thing to do. Start doing these things. Start promoting intercollegiate festivals online. They can actually help you to make things better. Third thing is, make them do presentations. Okay, because they can still present online. So you can start sharing the access rights to them. They can share the screen. They can share the presentations with the class. They can do that. So you can do that as well. And most importantly, if possible, tell them to do presentations and upload them on Instagram. And give them group assignments. Let them work in groups. You can use breakout rooms in Zoom to actually do this for yourself. These are some tips for engagement of students that we have for you. So did you enjoy this? Did you guys get some good fruitful tips? You understood how do we conduct everything online? You got complete value over here. Yeah. So before we actually go ahead, and before I tell you that what is the version 2, so just by this the version 1 gets over. Before we go ahead, I want all of you to just look at the screen, go to Google, search Nostrum Academy, go to Facebook, search Nostrum Academy, and give us a review out there. Before we go ahead and before we start doing things and before we start telling you about the version 2. So we got something very exciting with the version 2 for all of you, which is going to absolutely blow your mind away. And it's going to be super amazing. I can't even tell you that how awesome this is going to be for everybody. Dipali is saying best webinar I ever attended. Thank you, Dipali. So great. It is quite amazing. And first of all, I'd like to thank you from the bottom of my heart for making this event successful, because without your support, without your participation, without you coming over here, it wouldn't have been possible. Yeah. So thank you for coming over here. So now what I will do is I will basically get Roshni over here, and she's going to tell you we are launching the version 2.0, and we might take this FDP not only to national level but even to international level with your support, right? So we got something very amazing for everybody out here. Makar ma'am, you want to say something?
Yes, of course, Hitesh.
Yes,
thank you so very much. It was a lovely session as usual from day 1 to day 3. Amazing journey. We all traveled with you, and I'm sure everybody would agree and put on board how good learning, simplified, clarity of thought and processing and execution has been done. We are extremely thankful to you, Hitesh, and Nordstorm Academy. And as Hitesh rightly pointed out, we are coming with version 2. This is version 1.1. We are moving ahead and have a lot of things planned ahead for all the participants. Roshni is going to come up very soon and giving details. As we mentioned, right from starting with principals conclave coming up next week, and teachers training coming up also very soon, upcoming week, along with students training, digital media. We have dates outlined and things ready to roll out. What is required is your interest, your passion, your desire to take it forward to your college, your school, or create new institutions completely. You could be teaching somewhere, perfectly fine. Even I'm teaching somewhere. But today, these 3 days FDP could probably stimulate your thoughts to create an online platform for your own self, each one of you. And for that, we have yet another one purposeful thing coming up: how to brand yourself, the teacher. If you're planning to take yourself on an individual format, or planning or still continuing with the institution which you are, you need to be known, and known for the forte that you are engaging your students with. It's fine to be a good teacher, but it's great to be known for the good work. And today the world out there on social media definitely respects and acknowledges that. So we have a session coming up for the teachers, a 3-day session coming up, and Roshni will just give details on that. So principals, we are on for you in a series. We are going to invite principals from various colleges within Mumbai, outside Mumbai, outside Maharashtra. And as Hitesh rightly pointed out, we're also going international. We have some things lined up for that as well. Slowly, time will unfold things. Just stay tuned. So over to you, Roshni, to detail things in a sequence. Thank you, Roshni.
Sure. Thank you so much, ma'am. I will just take everybody through what we have for you all. So we have, according to what we've been, there are a lot of requirements that have come. According to what people have been asking for, just give me 1 second, guys.
So while Roshni is gathering few things, I would put in a request. After this session, please go back to your WhatsApp group. We have a feedback form generated over there. We have few notifications generated over there for you for the upcoming program, briefings about that. We have the test link also, which we shared over here and will be sent shortly over there. So keep abreast, and the certificates I rightly pointed out earlier in the beginning of the session will be given to all participants who have attempted all the 3-day tests. So make sure the tests are done. If you have missed out earlier, time again to do it. So over to you, Roshni, if you're ready.
Yes. So there are 3 segments that we've been requested for. One is, what do we have for principals? So we have one program for principals, which is Principal Conclave. That is starting from 6th of May. We have the link for that, registration link. So all of you all can invite your principals to this. Now, what we have in Principals Conclave? So obviously, since everything has changed suddenly and there are so many changes, all principals will come together and discuss the problems and solutions. So we are going to have panel of principals who are going to be coming, and they're going to be discussing how they are handling their digital journey into education, how they are handling teachers, how they're handling their students, how they are handling their libraries. So there are different series of sessions that we have for principals. Now this is starting on 6th of May. And the timings and the registration link and everything is going to be put up. Now, the second session that we were requested for is, do we have something for branding of teachers? Okay. So honestly, I think as a child, If you ask any child, what do you want to be? I'm sure as children, everybody of us want to be teachers, right? Why? Because teachers are somebody you really look up to. But as you grow, then people start changing their professions. But I personally feel teachers are backbone to any of the to the world, because they make engineers, they make doctors. So it's important for teachers to brand themselves. And in today's times where people are going digital, why should teachers be left behind? So how do you become a brand online? How do you become a brand on social media? Whatever efforts you've been putting on in your schools, in your institutes, with your personal efforts, it's important that the world knows about it. So today, how do you become a thought leader? How do you become a brand in your subject, in your industry? We are going to be talking about that. So we have a program for teachers, and then we got a lot of requests for students. So all you teachers out here, we have a very good news for you. Since you have benefited so much from the FDP, it's time to share it with your students. We have created a 3-day free program for students on how to take up digital marketing. Okay, now digital marketing has been a subject by all the universities across the country. It's a compulsory subject for all the industries and all the fields of education now. But why is it going to be all the more important? Like, after Corona, everything is going digital. Whether it's business, whether it's education, whether it's any corporate. Now, if students have their normal degrees, and if there's another student who has a normal degree with knowledge of digital, whom do you think the industry would choose while giving a job? Definitely the person who has an additional knowledge of digital marketing. So it's very, very important for students to know digital marketing in today's age. And we are having a 3-day free workshop again with a lot of information on how do students take this up, how do they utilize this time where they are having so much free time in the lockdown to take themselves digitally to another level. So we are going to have that. Okay, now just give me 1 second. I have pulled up the PPT and I'm going to tell you what do we have. We have registration links created for each of these 3 programs. Now, the first one, which is the Principal Conclave, I'll repeat again. We are going to start this on 6th of May. The registration link will be put up on all the WhatsApp groups also. And we are going to put up the registration link over here, so people watching us on YouTube can take a note, take a screenshot, and all the teachers can share this with your principals. Principals can be a participant. Now in this, they can participate in 2 ways. We are also looking out for some panelists, a panelist in the in the conclave, where they can share their journey, and they can also be attendees. So to register, we will tell them the further process from there on. Like, you all registered, entered a WhatsApp group, the similar process for the principals also. Now, second thing that is going to happen is for the teachers. Now, teachers, firstly, there is no new registration process for you all. All of you all are already there on our WhatsApp groups. Please don't exit these WhatsApp groups, because the same WhatsApp groups are going to be kept to update you all for the future programs. Okay. Now, this program, this is the Principal Conclave. Yes. Please, you can take a screenshot of this. I'll wait for a minute. This is the link for Principal Conclave. Pass on this message to all your principals. I think it's time where all of us come together and fight this situation together and help each other on taking things digital. So in case if any school is doing a particular good job with a particular segment in education, they can help out other colleges and schools understand how they are doing this well. this is also going to be a forum for discussing their problems. It's going to be a very interesting series. So we don't have this just for a one day. Our first session is on 6th of May, and we are planning to have this as a series where we'll keep on discussing different problems, with related to college and education. Please take a screenshot of this and you can share it with your principals. Okay, I will repeat the link: https /bit.ly/principal PRINCIPAL WEBINAR. Okay, you all can register over here. Certificates will be given to principals on participation in the entire series. So it's a very good platform where they can come and discuss. This is a free event, guys. So please make sure you ask them to join in. Now, regarding students, again, we are doing a 3-day free webinar series for students. We are starting this from 8th of May to 10th of May. And timing is going to be 5 to 6:30 p.m. Okay. It's on 8th of May, we are going to see fundamentals of digital marketing. 9th of May, we are going to see influencer and affiliate marketing. It's amazing to see how a 23-year-old person is earning in lakhs just by using the technology and social media in a right way. So how do you become an influencer? If you have a particular art, if you have a particular hobby, if you have a particular talent, how do you showcase it to the world through social media? We are going to be focusing on influencer and affiliate marketing on 9th of May. On 10th of May, most important thing, resume making and digital job search. All the students who are looking out, who are going to pass out, are looking out for jobs, they would definitely benefit from this. And students in first and second year, it's very important for them to understand that practical knowledge in today's world is more important. How do they get their internships? How do they reach out to people? How do they get things digitally done? We are going to teach all of that on 10th of May. So it's going to be a very informative session. We are going to show a lot of tools to students. They are going to benefit amazingly over here. And as teachers, we request you to do your bit by reaching out to all the students that you know and share this. Again, this is in partnership with Lala Lajpatrai College of Commerce and Economics, BMM department, and Northstorm Academy. We are doing this together. So this is again a free thing, and the registration link is over here. Please make sure that you take a screenshot and share it with as many students as possible. Certificates will be awarded to students on completion of a 3-day program. Okay, thank you so much. Now the third one, the most important one for teachers. This is going to be personal branding for teachers. How do you become a personal brand on LinkedIn? How do you become a personal brand on Instagram? How do you become a personal brand on social media, Facebook, YouTube? If you are teaching something, how do you teach your students at the same time become world-class teachers? Let me share a very small example out here. Have you heard of Khan Academy? Okay, so Khan Academy was a professor who used to teach maths for free. And he used to teach maths from his country. Bill Gates' son happened to see this sitting in US. And once his dad just came and Bill Gates asked him, "What are you seeing?" He said, "This is an amazing guy. I'm learning maths online." And Bill Gates was like, "How can you learn maths online?" Because this was really long back. And he said, "See, this is how it is." Bill Gates was so impressed with his methods that he actually reached out to Khan Academy, and he sponsored Khan Academy. And today Khan Academy is, is officially being sponsored and being funded by Bill Gates. So you never know, if you have the talent, if you're a passionate teacher, which I am sure all of you are, because you are right here today, upgrading yourselves on how to help students digitally. So please make sure you attend this session. It's going to be very beneficial. We're going to give you a lot of tricks. A lot of teachers know about Instagram and Facebook already, but few tips. Like, I'll give you an example. That day when I had to go live on Instagram, I shared the same thing on my stories. Now, sharing an image on stories is one thing, but adding a timer on stories was really interesting. I added a timer which was showing I am going to go live in next 1 hour, in next 50 minutes, in next 40 minutes. So it's interesting. It gives very, it creates that enthusiasm in people to see what is coming in. Okay, how do you talk online? So all of this we are going to cover up in personal branding for teachers, how to market yourself, how to do your personal branding, how to create your own page, or your, even if you don't know Facebook and Instagram, we're going to touch that. Okay, so this is the program, but this is a paid program, and the cost of this is going to be 499 rupees. We've kept it absolutely minimal. It's 499 rupees for 3 days. It's going to be a 3-day session. Again, timings are going to be in the evening. We'll update you about the timings. Registration link is absolutely same. You don't have to register again for this. You are all on WhatsApp groups. We will send you the link out there. We'll send you the payment link. With that, if you're making the payment, you'll automatically register there as well. And then we will shift you to another groups, and we'll tell you everything about the program on your WhatsApp groups. So this is about the 3 programs that we have. One is Principal Conclave. Your registration link is here. Student Conclave, your registration link is here. Digital Teacher Series, which is digital branding, your personal branding series. Now that is again a 3-day workshop, 499. Student Conclave, 3-day workshop for free. Principal Conclave, free workshop. It's a series. First one is on 6th of May. Please take a screenshot of this. We are going to post all of this on your groups as well. Now, few more questions that I have been getting. One, when are we going to receive the certificates? Okay. With all the sleepless nights, I think I'm going to go all the more sleepless if y'all keep messaging me about it. So I would request you to please be patient. You will receive all your messages, all your certificates on the same WhatsApp groups that you are. You'll receive everybody who's given all the 3 tests. So we have a back-end report on who all have given all 3 tests. Everybody who's given all 3 tests will be awarded certificates. Certificates will be put up on the WhatsApp groups in the PDF format. Okay, so you'll have to search your name in the Excel sheet. Once you see your name, there'll be a number besides it. Go on the PDF file, search that number, and your certificate will be on that page number. Okay, so we are going to share that on the groups again, but please allow us some time. Allow us at least 10 days time. So today is what date? Today we are standing
2nd May.
2nd May. 2nd May. So by 12th of May, okay, it will all come here. I will try putting it ASAP, but I request all of you all not to message or call regarding certificates before 12th of May. Okay, I'm sorry, but there are so many things going on. We won't be able to entertain you all about certificates before 12th of May, but we assure everybody who's given exams are going to get certificates. Okay, this is one thing. Second thing, about all these programs and about all your registration links, we are going to put it on the WhatsApp groups. So please don't exit groups. Okay. Regarding recordings, all the 3-day recordings are going to be put up on the YouTube channel. We are going to share the link of YouTube channel, but again, I request you, since it's a 1.5 hour, it takes time for Zoom to record, process the recording, and then for us to upload it on YouTube. Okay, so there's a technical process involved. Again, I request you to wait for a couple of hours. Please check the recording only after 5 p.m. today. We will share the links of recording also on your WhatsApp groups. Anybody who's missed on any of the tests, test 1, test 2, or test 3, we are keeping the tests open till today 9 p.m. We are going to put all the test links also on the WhatsApp groups. You all can take the test, and by 9 p.m. we will shut down all the tests. Only people who've attended all 3 tests will be able to get certificates, and we'll post it on your groups.
Hi, Roshni. Okay. Can I just talk for a minute?
Yes. Yes. Over to you, Neil.
Yeah. Hi, guys. My name is Neil. I'm not sure if you've seen me in these 3 days.
Neil is a co-founder with Northstorm Academy, and he's been behind the curtains working a lot, so you haven't been able to see him. Yes, Neil.
Okay, I'm just sharing the screen. A lot of people have been saying that they are not a part of the WhatsApp group. While we will try to have everyone on the WhatsApp group, but one simple way is also just join this Facebook group. So all you have to do is just go and search Digital Ready Professors by Nordstrom Academy. Just search that WhatsApp group because we'll also be putting the test and everything on that group. It just becomes very easy for us to deliver everything to you guys. So my request to all of y'all is just open your Facebook and search this over here, Digital Ready Professors by Nordstrom Academy, and over there you'll be able to find everything that you need. All the tests, all the video recordings, everything that you need, the certificate links will be given over here. So my sincere request to everyone is to please join it. If you individually WhatsApp it to us, it will become my phone battery dies every 2 minutes, every 2 hours because of the message that I'm receiving. So hence my request to join this WhatsApp group and please cooperate with us. The test link for today will also be given now. Sorry for this, Roshni. And one last thing that I also wish to say is that if you have gained in last 3 days, then imagine what students can gain if they join our program. You know, the free program, we are keeping it absolutely free of cost. I think Roshni has spoken enough about it. But immediately after this session, we are going to share the details about the program on each individual WhatsApp group, Facebook group, everywhere else possible. Please take a pledge to send it to at least 100 students of yours. We want maximum people to attend it. It's absolutely free of cost. Thank you so much. Over to Makaman or Roshni.
Thank you, Neil. Thank you so much. Uh, Roshni just introduced Neil. I must say a little more about Neil. He's been amazing, complete, taking charge of the back-end operations. He's just come on front today for the first time, but every 2 moments we have been calling out to Neil. Neil, this is not done. Neil, can you unmute me? Neil, can you do this? Add WhatsApp. He's been one man, one stop. One.
I think we lost ma'am. Uh, Anyways, so continuing, Neil has been a very strong backbone behind this event. We thank you, Neil. And is Neelam ma'am around? Okay, here.
Roshni, I think it's difficult because to understand there are many names.
Okay.
Oh, I'm going to unmute Sangeeta ma'am.
Yeah, Sangeeta ma'am is
here. Thank you. Thank you. So at this note, we would like to conclude but not end. Not end this journey. It's a step ahead. But while at this moment, we'd like to thank Lala Lajpatrai College, our principal, Dr. Neelam Arora ma'am, who has been at the front, leading all the way, completely guiding, supporting, getting things in order from Mumbai University and all the official dignitaries of Mumbai University. We are very grateful to you all for having collaborated with Lala Lajpatrai College BMM department to take this initiative. And the most biggest thank to our resource person, Nordstrom Academy, Hitesh Motwani, Roshni Motwani, and Neil Dodhia. Without this, you all, it wouldn't have been possible to gain, to learn, and to ignite and stimulate our passions to another level. Thank you to all the participants. Only because you were there, this could be created. A historical moment of 12,000 plus participant registrations have been created. I haven't checked in last 2 hours how more have been done, but we got constant calls and messages. So thank you for creating this extremely historical moment for each one of us to be part of, and we take this journey forward. Neelam ma'am, would you like to please come forward and share a few of your thoughts? Thank you, ma'am. Neil, can you please check into Neelam?
You have said everything. So now I can see Neil. I think I'm seeing him for the first time. Thank you, Neil, and Roshni, of course, and Hitesh for such a lucid explanation. And I think Sangeeta is planning some more, so I'm sure it will be as interesting, if not more, and more visible for all the principals. I think principals have to gear up. अदरवाइज हम लोग पीछे छूट जाएंगे, स्टूडेंट्स हमारे से आगे निकल जाएंगे. And even the professors who come are younger, so I have to learn a lot from my professors. So I think they are good teachers, and this has been a great learning experience. Thank you once again, and we look forward to further collaboration.
Thank
Once
you so
again,
much.
I would like to
so much,
thank
Neelam ma'am.
Mumbai University for
Yes.
giving us quick permission
Yes,
for this
a
collaboration.
lot.
So it added a
Yes.
lot more value to our course. And thank you to all the participants for such overwhelming response. I think I was very scared and a bit apprehensive and telling Sangeeta crash ko nahi ho jayega, 1,000 participants, because I didn't know how strong the platform is, but I'm very happy to see the response, and it went off so smoothly. So in these challenging times, we are learning alternate things. Necessity is the mother of invention. Thank you
Absolutely.
once again, and
Thank
we
you, ma'am.
really look forward to more sessions. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you
Obliged.
so much,
Thank you.
Neelam ma'am. Thank you so much, Sangeeta ma'am.
Welcome.
Last but not the least, I would really want to, with you all humans and technology, I think there's one superpower, God Almighty, who is taking care of all of us. So thank you so much to that power who kept all of us together, kept the technology in place while the session
Yeah.
was going on. Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you so much to that. And I will not keep all of you all waiting. I think you're all waiting for your test. So I will hand it over to Hitesh, and you all will all take up the test. Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right. So one of the final things is to give you a test. Let me just give you this link of the test as well. Just give me 1 second, people. Just give me 1 minute. Okay. Just give me 1 second, people. Let me just give the test to you. Before that, I'll just take one moment of yours. This is what I had made very quickly for all of you. In case you want to share something immediately, by the time the certificates come on hold, what you can do is you can just click a picture of this, take a screenshot of this one and say I, and you put your name on Instagram, Facebook, wherever you want. Conquer the FDP and learn how to set up an online school, right? So basically, and then what you can simply do is just share it with in your Instagrams, in your Facebooks, everywhere. The people come to know that you have conquered 3 days with us over here while you were there. So I would just take a moment and you just take a picture, okay, and you will be able to do this. I just wait for like 10 seconds more, and then I could quickly go to the test, because this is, you can say, as good a certificate temporarily. All right. So let's go forward. This is the test link. It's bit.ly/fdb day 3 test. You can just go to this link right now, start giving your test. And if you want to ask any questions, you can do that. All right. If you want to register your students, you can do that as the link as well. So I'll just quickly also put this test link on the group, on the chat as well. Neil, if you can just put this in the chat for everybody, okay, the day 3 test, that will be easier for people to follow it. And the information about the digital teacher digital series will come on your WhatsApp groups, everybody. So you'll get a payment link over there to register, and everything will happen over there. Don't worry about it. So this is a test link for everybody. You can just click on the test link, go and give the test. In the meantime, of any questions, you can use a question on the platform. And it's academic questions. In case you want to put up a request, for, say, for example, trainings of your colleges, you can also put it up on the same question answer request as well. And basically what we'll do is we'll reach out to you for your student training, college training. Just put in your name, email, phone number, and a reason for contacting on NS Academy questions. bit.ly/NS Academy question, we can actually reach out to you. Because currently doing on the phone is impossible for us. Our phones are constantly buzzing. So let me just open the question answer portal and let me just see if any questions are there. So Beena Punjabi is asking, she tried the recording of access the PowerPoint. It gives you on the PowerPoint. If you right click on that, click on Save Media As, and you'll be able to save the media over there. That's what you can do. Bina Punjabi. Afsana is saying, how can we make interactive PPT online? So for that, you need to learn a bit of advanced animation, advanced PowerPoint. Let us see if we can probably plan a session for in the future. But as of now, just learn about animation, learn about advanced PowerPoint. There's a YouTube channel called PowerPoint. You probably can go over there. Then Mr. S.A. Madhun, I already told you, we've already told you, please, certificates, be patient. You'll get your certificates after 15 days, right? We've got 8,000 plus certificates to make. So it's going to take some time for us at our end. But you be rest assured, if you've given the test, you will all get your certificates, okay, after 15 days. So my request is to please don't call us and don't message us about certificates. We are working so hard, and you will all get it. So principal conclave timings, Suma, we will let you know. Every detail will come on WhatsApp group. So just don't exit the WhatsApp groups. Your certificates, timings for every single thing will come on the WhatsApp group itself. And also an email will be sent to all of you. So check a look at our email. Now, just in case if our emails are going in spam, my request to move the emails to the inbox, right? So please move the emails to inbox so you can get our emails in your inbox every single time. So keep a look at our emails. Every single thing will come in your email. So don't worry about anything at all. Okay. Now, let me see some other questions have come in. So Upendra just send us a hi, and we will probably, just join a Facebook group, Upendra. You will be able to join. You'll be able to see our WhatsApp group as well. Plus, the Tape 3 test also has a review column. It has got a linear scale. Every details are given over there. Just fill up the details. Go to our Facebook group. You will get the link to join our WhatsApp today and sometime from now. Correct. Okay. In case you want to do a certification, let me just do that. So I think all of you done this. So this is the temporary certificate which I can offer you right now. Okay. Which you can actually use at this point in time. Here you go. So Kinjal, in the free version, there's no question, but there's a participant limit of 100. You cannot have more than 100 registrations in the class marker free version. Any more questions anybody else has? Sheetal, the testing is already there. Just scroll up and check. We already given the test links to you on the chat itself. The link will be updated shortly. Abdul, don't worry about it. Are there any tools? Are there any tools which can integrate work with Zoom and multiple in the device? So yes, Zoom does it on its own for Zoom and YouTube. You will just need to use a paid version of Zoom. Free version not available. Dr. Sarita, it will come on WhatsApp. You need to be on one of the platforms to receive everything. You'll also get an email as well, so don't worry about it. Yes, Dr. Julius, in case you're a future principal, you can free to attend the principal conclave. We're absolutely okay with that. Thank you so much, Vivo1601. Great, Sudipta. Thank you. Bright, just check your email, Philip. You must have got an email yesterday with test links. Thank you so much, Dr. Vasundhara. Let me get some few more questions. Jaya Bharti, ma'am, you need to use a paid version for that. Thank you. Yes, even vice principals can attend in principal conclave. We can do that. So any grade dean, vice principal, principals can attend the principal conclave. Yes. Even teachers can attend it. There's no problem at all. But the certificates will be only for principals and above. Even the testing can come on a WhatsApp group as well, everybody. Just check your WhatsApp group. The testing is also given over there. Yes, Sujata, we can discuss that. You can message us and we'll see. I got no idea what quizzy.com is, Uma. I need to check that. Ashima, we would request highly to join in the WhatsApp group. That will be easier for us. Emails might get lost in the crowd, but yes, an email will also come to you definitely. So Dr. Praji, the mind maps are pretty powerful. I think mind maps, you can use a software called X-Mind for that. They are pretty powerful on their own, and you can actually use mind maps as well over there. So mind maps are good if you don't want to use a lot of, if you don't want to do a lot of efforts in making PowerPoint, because PowerPoint making can be very exhaustive. No, Dr. Sanjay, no, we don't have any tool. I don't know any tools which you can integrate with Zoom. So Zoom is a live platform. You can just use whatever quiz application you want on Zoom itself, the way I'm doing right now. Thank you so much. Thank you, Dr. So much. Thank you, Riddhi. Thank you, Dr. Julius.
Hitesh, while you are reading a list of questions, I'd like to also say one more addition to this. For all the teachers, the vice principals, the deans, the principal conclave is open, as Hitesh rightly pointed out. It is open for them, apart from principals, to attend as audience. But you have to nominate your principal to be a part of this whole event, to be a participating into this. So very essential. Please fill up the form which has been shared on the WhatsApp group. Secondly, on a constant demand by the teachers, professors, and the higher cadre management of institutions, we are also coming out with e-content making webinar. How to may have interactive and animation PPTs to be created. We're also coming up with a webinar on that. All these information will be released on your WhatsApp group, which you are part of right now. You will be intimated over there. I repeat, interactive and animation PPTs to engage your students more interestingly, and to create videos, e-video, to upload it, how to create videos, how do you edit them, what is the right way you keep your phone. You need not go into DSLR and heavy equipments. Simple smartphone, which is not really a very old one, a recent last few years, even 4-year-old smartphone can be good enough. And basic equipment which you may require. We are also going to have a session on that. So stay tuned and keep filling up the necessary various programs that you may be interested in, and you'll be diverted to those particular WhatsApp groups. Thank you so much. Over to you, Hitesh.
Thank you. Yes.
Ma'am, while you're on this, I want to share some good news. We have broken records, as you must be knowing. Hitesh, sorry, I'm taking your time.
Yeah, sure.
I'm just doing a screen share so that everyone can be proud of it. And here's one thing. So we have broken records. We have got minimum of 5,500 teachers and principals who have joined us in this program. And this is possible because each one of you all have joined. We have got, and you'll be surprised with the number, we have got more than 40 lakh comments, 40 lakh comments on total of YouTube and Zoom combined. So 40 lakh comments, 5,500 principals joining. So special thanks to Lajpatrai, Mumbai University, everyone over there, and especially a great thank you for everyone attending. And again, hats off to Hitesh, because people can join definitely, but when they're joining for the second day and then when they're joining for the third day, and they've been consistently, they've been attending for the entire 1.5 to 2 hours because they're enjoying it, so they found value in it. So clap for everyone. Because of y'all, we have been able to achieve this record, and it's phenomenal. It's phenomenal. So
absolutely.
Cheers on the comment so that it just motivates everyone.
Neil, can you also tell us total number of registration? Because I just checked early in morning. Can you just tell us how much total registration just for number sake?
12,000, ma'am. I'll have to check it. Hitesh, if you're comfortable.
Yeah. I'll just tell you, wait.
The last I checked was 12,000.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But this definitely motivates us all together, along with the participating numbers, we the organizers together to take it further ahead with a huge spirit of endeavor. So while Hitesh is on looking up some numbers, I will also like to share and request each one of you. We are hoping to also come up a program. We are working on it for librarians of your college. So soon a Google form will be shared on the WhatsApp. Please enroll your college, your school, your institute's librarian name, their contact details, along with your principal. Will be sharing one very shortly, the Google form. Fill this up, and we'll have them also collaborate with us to create something of a value addition to the library and how we can take in these challenging times to serve better for the particular institute. The library at a yet another new resource. We are working on that program, and soon that would be also switched on. Meantime, keep ready with your librarian's name, contact details, your principal name, contact details, and you have lots to look forward to with Lala Lajpatrai College, BMM Department, and Nordstrom Academy and University of Mumbai. Thank you.
I think we're about 12,500 right now on the.
Awesome. Amazing.
Yes.
That's commendable. Commendable. Congratulations,
also,
all of you.
Since we are here, I just want to say that, a very, very special thank to the backbone of this entire thing is Dr. Sangeeta Makkad ma'am. I can't really tell you that we just had to like, we just had like one conversation and every single thing was spearheaded by her. Yeah, as you know, the most difficult task is to move things internally. And she's been able to move things internally with a very, very smooth functioning of the entire process. So one cheer for Sangeeta Makkad ma'am also, because without her, this event would not have been conceptualized. It wouldn't have been possible also.
Thank you, Hitesh, for your kind words. But we know it's a teamwork. We do know it's a teamwork. Single, nothing. It's never I win. It's always we win. Thank you.
Yes. So in that note, thank you very much. So, buddy, thank you so much. I won't hold you back at lunchtime. Almost for 2.5 hours you've been over here. Thank you so much for coming over here. And the learning never stops. The learning just begins from here. We'll keep you updated about future programs. In the meanwhile, stay safe, stay home, and start changing the world with whatever we taught you. Thank you so much, and I'll see you guys. Bye-bye.
Thanks, Satish. Awesome. God bless. Bye-bye.